The definition of nutrition is the process of nourishing, particularly in animals. Good nutrition can help prevent disease and promote health. One source states that there are 6 categories to nutrients that the body needs to acquire. And these categories are protein, carbohydrates, fat, fibers, vitamins and minerals, and water. There are 2 main types of food pyramids: the newer style and the older style food pyramid. On the older style, it's lined up in stacks, and both food pyramids basically show how much of each food group you should eat each day, proportional to one another. This food pyramid shows you that you need to eat a lot of bread and grains each day, and it also shows that the amount of fruits that you eat is around the same amount of vegetables that you need to eat each day. So it shows you everything in proportion. The other food pyramid also shows things in proportions, but has a different style where it strips things up and down. Also, some of the categories are different because they have been refined and chosen differently to fit newer standards and newer definitions of food groups and nutrition. Some of the groups on these food pyramids are pretty straightforward. Vegetables and fruits, meats, and dairy products are all very straightforward and simple, and sweets are as well. Sweets would just be candy and stuff. But then others, like the grain and breads group, have more to it. Grains include cereal, pasta, bread, rice, and those kinds of things, much more. There's also the oils food group, and it's sometimes called the oils and fats food group, and it includes vegetable and olive oil, butter, fish, nuts, and more.
Both vitamins and minerals are important parts of nutrition, maintaining the body's growth and health. Vitamins are generally nutrients that are vital, but only required in limited amounts. Almost any vitamin deficiency will result in some medical drawback, but so will a vitamin overdose. So, for example, a deficiency of niacin, vitamin B3, will result in pellagra. So, as you can see here, pretty painful skin lesions going around. But an overdose will result in liver damage. So I will now go over the list of vitamins and in what foods you can find them. There is vitamin A, which you can find in carrots. It's like carotene. There is B1, which you can find in eggs and pork. And there is B2, which you can find in bananas. There is B3, which you can find in fish and mushrooms. There is B5, which you can find in broccoli and avocados. There is B6, which you can find once again in bananas and also tree nuts. There is B7, which is found in liver and peanuts. B9, which is found in pasta, cereal, and bread. And B12, which is found in mostly meats. Vitamin C, which as we all know is found in citrus fruits like lemons and oranges. There's vitamin D, which you can get from fish and mushrooms, but most people just get it from the sun. There is vitamin E, which is found in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, generally a lot of things. And there is vitamin K, which is found in spinach and egg yolks. Several essential minerals include calcium, which is found in cheese, magnesium, which is found in bran and nuts, phosphorus, which is also found in bran and seeds and squash, potassium, which is found in bananas, and sodium. Some minerals are necessary only in trace amounts. For example, cobalt, copper, chromium, iodine, manganese, molybdenum, nickel, selenium, and zinc.
If you look at the side of most food containers, you'll see nutrition facts. So to go through, we'll see what most of the things mean. First off, calories. A calorie, just a basic definition, is the amount of energy it takes to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree. And so basically, it measures how much energy the food gives your body. And an average girl, about our age, 14 to 18, needs about 2,000 calories per day. And an average boy would need around 2,400 to 2,800 calories per day. Another thing is cholesterol. Cholesterol is a fat-like substance in our bodies. Most of the cholesterol in our bodies is produced by the liver, but some of it comes from the foods we eat. It is important to the body's cell membranes and to the production of certain hormones, and too much cholesterol increases the risk of heart problems. Another item on this list is sodium. Sodium is commonly found in salt. Too much sodium makes you very thirsty and raises blood pressure. It's good to have a nice ratio of sodium to water in your body. It's really bad to drink too much or to consume too much sodium. Another item on here is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are organic compound molecules which give animals or humans energy. It's pretty much made of sugars, starches, glycogen. It's just how much food it's actually giving you, like how much the volume of the food that you're getting per serving. And another item, you have fats. So there are lots of different kinds of fats mentioned: saturated fats, trans fats, and the longer ones, polyunsaturated fats and monounsaturated fats. Just to go through the first two. Saturated fats are natural fats from animal products like meat, dairy, and etc. And so it just comes from animal products, it's natural, and it's much healthier than trans fats. Trans fats are worse for you. They're very fatty, and they're man-made fats made with hydrogenated oils, and they're just worse than saturated fats. Lastly, of the ones we're going through is potassium. Potassium is a very important electrolyte that helps control the body's water balance, regulate the transfer of nutrients in the body, and it helps proper muscle contraction. It helps reduce blood pressure and helps the nervous system, and it does much more. It is very important to the body because it helps with lots of processes, and a lack of potassium can cause to respiratory failure, poor reflexes, cardiac arrest, and muscle damage. To go through one more, just the final one, it's protein. Protein is very important. It's one of the main things your body needs because it's used to build and maintain muscle tissue, and it's essential for growth in the body. It's very important. And now, when looking at the values of all these things, it's very important to keep in mind the serving size, because it shows values in percents and stuff, but is that for the whole box you get 2% total fat, or just for one bowl of this cereal, delicious Honey Nut Cheerios? Always keep in mind the serving size. And also, if you were to continue going down, it shows lots of facts on the vitamins inside, and further down, just like most things, it should include ingredients.
Whole grains and fruits such as figs, prunes, and plums are good sources of fiber, which can reduce the chance of gastrointestinal problems such as constipation and diarrhea. Antioxidants and phytochemicals are advertised a lot on modern packagings. They are relatively new discoveries, however, and scientific/medical studies have not concluded that they are vital or even necessarily beneficial. Studies are still being done. So we all know what junk foods are: salted snacks, candy, desserts, fried fast food, sugary carbonated beverages. But some new studies are suggesting that junk food alters brain activity in a similar manner to addictive drugs. Now, whether this is true or not, it is important to learn that while maintaining a healthy diet, one should eat junk if they want to, on occasion, and instead of for long spans of time, or else it will be difficult to move back to their regular healthy diet. It's also pretty well known that processed foods feature inferior nutritional value. They are prevalent, though, due to their low cost and long shelf life. If you are trying to maintain a healthy diet, try to avoid these.
Professional athletes train about 6 hours a day, which is still only 1/4 of an entire day. So it's extremely important for athletes to treat their bodies well when they're not training, and especially when they're eating. Some nutrition tips for athletes are to load up on complex carbohydrates. It's extremely important for athletes to eat lots of carbs so that their bodies have enough energy to handle the training they do. They need to consume enough protein for their body because the protein helps repair muscle tissues and build new muscle tissues. But it's important that they also don't eat too much protein. And they need to go easy on fats, obviously, because they don't want to be eating lots of fats and making themselves fat. They should be trying to get lean and train hard for their sport. Another very important thing is for athletes to drink fluids very often to replenish lost electrolytes. Electrolytes are electrically charged ions and are often lost in sweat. So it's just very good to drink lots of water. It's a very good thing for athletes to do. It's important for athletes to eat well, especially before a game or competition, because if they don't, they can cramp up easily, and then they won't be able to perform at to their best ability. Man, I'm cramping up. Shouldn't have eaten that stuff.
Fresh.
Energy bars, such as Cliff bars, are basically just calories to give energy to the athlete. There are no special magical ingredients inside them. It's just calories to give energy. And it's convenient for athletes because it's packaged neatly and there's no preparation involved. And it's just a standard size so the athlete knows exactly how much they're going to eat and how much energy they'll get from it.